Hey everybody, the Resviral here, and welcome back to more of Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Path. Now, hopefully this session will actually be longer than, an hour. But we will see. Either way, boom. Wow, a candy castle! And there are even some fairies over there. Oh wow. This room seems to be structured in the same way as Master's room. But it's nowhere near as cold. I think it's because... Temperature control panel, okay. No, I think the other room might have only been so cold because it was chocolate. And this doesn't look like it's chocolate. Could be wrong. Either way, this room also seems to have been fitted with a temperature control panel. Oh. Oh, it's over by that orange lamp, right? Wait, where? I think I can see it on the wall, maybe? Indeed. Let's not forget to investigate it later. Even so, this room is like something out of a fairy tale. Is this cream-covered castle Delicia's work? Where is Delicia? Is it Oi? Can I help you? Oh. Well, here she is. Oh my god, that music. I can't remember what it was played on before. Was it when we first met Simon? With the monkey? So, hello boys. I'm Delicia Scones. Scones. In my native England, I'm known as Miss Delicious. Being called... Oh. Wondering who he was on about then. Being called a boy even though I'm already 34. I'm certain... it's certainly a rare experience. But boys? I understand you're calling me that, but... Mr. Edgeworth? As far as I'm concerned, you're all boys to me. Even that detective over there. My name is... Bad. Not Boy. But how old is this woman? Mr. Attorney, let's just finish our business here. Right. I wonder who that could have been. It could only be... Von Karma. You, what do you think you're doing conversing with a mere attorney? It's gotta be Von Karma. Oh, where the hell did he come from? Was he inside that castle? Mr. Edgeworth, a scary man came out of that kind of castle. He did. Von Karma. This man is Prosecutor Von Karma? Manny! So he's Von Karma. Pleased to meet you, Prosecutor Von Karma. My name is Gregory Edgeworth, defense attorney. Bah, I have no interest in the names of defense attorneys. After all, they only exist to be crushed by me. What a rude man. That's Von Karma. That piercing gaze and furrowed brow. Ugh, he's even scarier than the rumours say. Although that statement was very rude. Prosecutor Von Karma, would you allow us to investigate too? You think I would give information to a mere defense attorney? As I thought, it won't be that simple. However, I'll make a special exception for this room. Why did he change his mind so quickly? You, old bloodhound. Don't call me that. My name is... Bad. Huh, a mere detective speaking back to me. I admire your courage, at least. Bad, stand watch and see to it that they don't misbehave. Why me? I'll not accept your refusal. Well then, I'll be investigating Gustavia's room next. I still don't know how I say his name. Gustavia. Could be either. I'm babysitting again. Wonder why he and Von Karma aren't investigating together. Instead of being on bad terms, it seems like they hardly know each other. Mr. Edgeworth, now that we've got Von Karma's permission, we can continue investigating. Yes, his manner bothers me, but I am glad we can at least continue the investigation. Hold it. I also need to investigate this room. I don't want you disturbing the room. So you'll investigate after me. What? Aren't you the detective in charge of this case? Why haven't you investigated this room yet? The detective in charge of the initial investigation was a close colleague of Von Karma. I came to take over for him, so he only got to this mansion just recently. So that's why he and Von Karma aren't investigating together. Detective Bad, will you allow us to investigate with you like before? In doing so, you'll be able to supervise us and also ensure we don't tamper with anything. You want me to watch you? You're a strange lawyer. I'll let you stick around. A little longer. Yay! You did it, Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you, Detective Bed. But if I decide you're holding up the investigation, you'll have to leave. Yes, I understand. Well then, let's begin the investigation. So, our contest venue, Delicia's room. Of course, I have to examine this bloody thing. What the heck? I can't believe this amazing castle is made entirely out of confectionery. I know, what a work of fantasy. It's like a fairy tale world. You like all this fairy tale stuff, don't you? Sorry. I got a bit too excited, didn't I? No, it's interesting to me that you're so enthusiastic about it, unlike my son. Your son? He's only in grade school, yet he prefers to read law books instead of fairy tales. I am worried that he won't be able to make any friends that he can talk to. Huh, what an interesting kid. I'd like to be his friend. I think you'd be more of an older brother to him. An older brother, huh? Ugh. Well, I've got some growing up to do then. Yes, and that's why we have to continue with the investigation. Oh, right. Inspect the really suspicious looking nook and cranny. Well, these things are fairly suspicious. The castle doors are open. When someone opens a door, they really should remember to close it afterwards. Would he say that directly to Prosecutor Von Karma, though? Huh? Looks like there's some stuff inside. Let's see. Wait, I'll examine it. Stay out of the way. This fresh cream melts too easy. So fragile desserts. The cream is melting, a single touch can cause it to break. Okay. Seems like Detective Bad's shoes got covered in cream. Delicious. Why were these objects kept inside the candy castle? If there's anything you want to investigate, you better speak up now. I get the feeling that's all. There's also the cloth, or whatever they are. Oops. I always forget to switch the screens back. There are rolls of blue cloth here. Looks like there's 4 of them in all. They certainly don't look like desserts. Yeah. I don't know what the cloth is for. It almost seems like it was hidden here inside the castle. Also, the colour of this cloth looks familiar somehow. Wait. I already examined these, but they didn't... I guess they didn't count? No, I suppose they didn't. 2 big rocks are placed here. It's like a storage room. Yeah, the inside of the candy castle isn't so dreamy. Hey, maybe they're raw gemstones. Who knew that there were such treasures hidden within a castle? Seems like a rather careless way to handle treasure. It looks like there's something underneath the rocks. Seems there's a pedestal attached to both of the rocks. Pedestal of rock. The rocks in the castle have a pedestal attached to them for some reason. Of course, it's a pedestal for displaying the gems. Well, in any case, this is no ordinary object. The only other thing I could think to explore would be this. I mean, it lets me examine it, so there's that. This pillar has a hexagonal recess. Looks like a pedestal, but it has nothing in it. A hexagonal recess, huh? I wonder what would have been put in there. Hexagonal recess. The 2 pillars have a hexagonal recess on top. What were they for? The 2 stones that are inside the castle? A giant strawberry would fit with the fresh cream. Detective Bad, I don't think strawberries are hexagonal. I was just hoping. Then I hope it's a banana. I think I'd prefer blueberries. Right, logic. Oh wow, I actually still have these. Oh. Yeah, there we go. The rocks in the castle have a pedestal attached to them for some reason, and it's a hexagon. Oh, it's hexagonal. Yeah, connect those two. Whoosh! Why were they taken off the castle and hidden inside? That makes no sense. The rock's pedestal has a similar shape to the recesses on the castle's pillars. Perhaps the rock is meant to be placed on top of the pillars. Oh, that's right. They're both hexagonal. I wonder why they were hidden inside the castle, though. Yeah, I wonder that too. The blue cloth and the rocks inside the castle. I wonder if they belong to Delicia. Delicia? Those things in the castle. What are they used for? Those? I'm afraid I can't tell you. Looks like Von Karma is keeping her silent. I've been found out. He'll get mad at me if I talk. Prosecutor Von Karma doesn't intend on being upfront with his information. Yeah, that's Von Karma. Aw, it's such a shame. We finally figured out where the rocks are supposed to go. Could it be that you're interested in my goods? Your goods? Those are my popular relaxation goods. You mean the rocks and the cloth? Yeah, see, that's right. You see, they're not actually rocks, but special lamps made from rock salt. Wow, so those are lamps. Look how he's always got stars in his eyes. It gets even more exciting, because this cloth also has an amazing secret. As soon as we showed interest in her goods, she became quite talkative. Since we've got them out... Oh, come experience the therapy, boys. Baddie, could you put everything up? It's not baddie, it's bad. So you won't do it? Is Baddie being a bad boy? Oh my. Labby, are you done photographing this room? Yes sir, I am. Then go help Delicia. Yes sir, I'm on it. Thanks, I knew you were a good boy underneath, Baddie. Miss Delicious, that was amazing. You even persuaded Detective Bad. Wow. Thanks a lot, Baddie. And you too, Forensies. Oh my god. She even gave the Forensics a nickname. I think that's her way of showing she cares. What's so therapeutic about these things, anyway? We don't have time for that now, Baddie. The show's about to begin. Forensies, finishing touches, please. Yes, ma'am. She's got them wrapped around her finger. Somehow. Whoa. Oh! It's... Wow. It's so beautiful. It really is. I wish my son could see this. Oh yeah, I told you so, right? The Four Fairies and the Curious Candy Castle was the theme of my work. It's so sparkly and cute, right? It seems like one of them is missing something. The truth is, I had planned to unveil it during the contest. Well, I'm glad I got to show it to you boys. Huh. But it doesn't look like the rock salt lamps are lighting up. Huh? I wonder why. I think I'll need to examine the rocks and the fairies again. One of the cloths, or two of the cloths aren't lit up. Wait, so if I examine... Okay, so I'm able to do this. Oh! I've just not noticed something. So it seems one of these lamps was used from the looks of things. It's blood-stained. So I guess that's the blunt object that was used to beat, God, what was it called? Shoot, I don't remember. What was it called? Dover, that was it. Isaac Dover. So the castle is adorned with a beautiful cloth. I think this was the cloth that was in the castle. Entranceways are always beautiful. That's what a detective thinks. Yes, after Detective Bad's shoes have trampled all over it. But this is no time for snide remarks. What? I wanted to examine this. It must be because I'm trying to examine the bloodstain, and instead I should just be focusing on the pillar. Looks like both the lamps in the pillars are broken. Both of their light bulbs are broken. Maybe they were dropped on the floor. There's some sort of red stain on this lamp surface. This stain. Could it be... That smell. There's no mistaking it. It's a bloodstain. Blood-stained rock salt lamp. Someone's bloodstain was left on the rock salt lamp. I wonder whose that could be. If that's a bloodstain, why is there a bloodstain on this lamp? I wonder if this has something to do with the lamp bulb being broken. I should also take a look at the other lamp here. Really? So this is where Delicia originally intended to put the lamps. I don't get why she put them away, put them in the castle. Since they're broken and don't light up, maybe she decided to put them out of the way. If she wanted them out of the way, there are many other places to store them. It's like that old saying, hide the salt in the sugar bag. I think the saying goes, hide a tree in the forest. If Delicia intended to use these lamps as decorations during the contest, it creates a contradiction with that piece of evidence. I need to deduce the contradiction at the scene. Okay. What else is there? Oh wait, I can actually connect beaten to death with the bloodstained rock salt lamp. Yeah, beaten to death with a blunt object. I wonder what that could have been. Boom. There is evidence that the victim was beaten to death with a blunt object. What's more, there's a bloodstain on one of the broken rock salt lamps. Could this lamp have been the murder weapon? You're right. It could have been used as a weapon. Labby, is the blood analysis on this rock salt lamp finished? Yes, sir. It finished just a few moments ago. The bloodstain on that lamp belonged to the victim. You heard what he said. Rock salt lamp, stained with the victim's blood. So that's what was used to kill him. The murder weapon was hidden in Delicia's room. We need to consider her as one of the suspects as well. Alright. There's a cover on the wall, just like in Mr. Master's room. Let's open it up. The room temperature is 68 Fahrenheit, and the lights are set to green. Gustavia said that 50 Fahrenheit is the ideal temperature for fresh green. This room's temperature is too high. High room temp. The temperature in Delicia's room is too high for fresh green. Oh. This is intriguing. I wonder. Fragile desserts. Oh, it's melting. Because of the high room temp. Don't really know how this is that useful, but whatever. The reason the fresh cream is so fragile is due to the temperature in this room. So my shoes got creamed because the room temperature is set to 60 or set at 68 Fahrenheit. Speaking of which, when you opened the castle door, the doorknob didn't break. Yeah. It was stronger than I thought. Strong? A dessert? Detective Bat, could you have a closer look at that doorknob? This is... It would seem this doorknob isn't a dessert. And it's not just the doorknob. This castle and the fairies are just plastic moulds coated in fresh cream. Then this isn't a dessert piece at all. It would seem they're just fake desserts covered in fresh cream. Oh, so fake desserts. Delicia made fake desserts. What are her true intentions? I'm able to examine these. No, I can talk to her. I want to examine the... Oh, I can't go behind it, really? No. Yeah, there's nothing around here that I can actually interact with. Oh, wait. Oh, I've just realised what's missing. There's a piece of cloth that's above all of them except for this one. Unlike the other fairies, this one doesn't have a fluorescent cloth. It's delicious. It's not right to leave one out. I don't like it either. But one fluorescent cloth and a machine have gone missing. You've lost a cloth and a machine? What sort of machine is it? Oi, let me tell you. Each piece of fluorescent cloth is hooked up to one of these machines. The machine is called a rainbow light device. Light is sent through the cable and into the cloth, which is made of optic fibres. Just fiddle around with the settings of it, and it will turn into all sorts of colours. When it glows red, it's like a raging inferno. And when it glows blue, you can almost feel the glittering cool ice. It's powered by a long-lasting battery that's resistant to changes in the temperature. I'm not very familiar with these kind of devices. Mr. Edgeworth, she's saying it's a machine that transmits light to a special cloth. I see. It's amazing what they come up with these days. So, one rainbow light device and one fluorescent cloth are missing. Yeah, see, that's right. Wherever could they be? This fluorescent cloth. Could it be related to the case? So, it changes colour with a rainbow light device, belongs to Delicia, one of them is missing. Suppose the only other thing I can do is deduce. But what could I deduce with? Oh! She broke the rules. Yeah. All desserts... What was it? All desserts not made of dessert are prohibited. Either way, deduce. It is. Well, I'm hoping it's this that's fine. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Oh wait, yeah, because they're not a dessert. None of her pieces are dessert. Eureka! Detective Bad, please read the contest leaflet. Any decorations, that's what it was. Any decorations not made from desserts are prohibited. Huh. These rock salt lamps and the fluorescent cloths go against the rules. So Delicia broke the rules. Delicia used other objects besides desserts for her decorations. So maybe that's why they were hidden in the castle. I wonder about that. I think we should investigate further into Delicia's actions. Right, now the only thing I think I can do is examine. No, not examine. Do me logic. I've examined everything. Delicia broke rules, fake desserts... Using decorations that were against the rules and making fake desserts. A lot of Delicia's actions seem suspicious. Yeah. It doesn't seem like she's aiming to be the world's greatest pastry chef. Also, the temperature of this room is way too high. Is there a reason for that? So fake desserts. Delicia made fake desserts by covering plastic molds with fresh cream. I wonder. I think we should ask Delicia directly. There we go. Oh, pardon me. Huh? Miss Delicious? You don't seem as energetic as you were earlier. Delicia, can I just ask, did something happen with Von Karma? Yes-y, nothing of the sort. But you just said yes-y. That yes-y just now was only a greeting. You're a cute boy. I like you. What's your first name? It's Raymond, but... Well, Ray Ray, I think you'll make a good man of yourself someday. Ray Ray? How about that? I think you have a way with British ladies. She's a little different from my image of a lady. Why don't we listen to what she has to say? Alright, so during the contest... Could you tell me about your actions during the contest? Yes, we began making desserts for the contest around 10 o'clock. Basically, I was in here making my desserts the whole time. At 1:30, I joined the afternoon tea for about an hour or so. Afternoon tea? It's a social occasion. The conversation is had over black tea and cakes. So it's pretty much a tea party. Well, I suppose. Oh, Greggy, you're a smart boy, aren't you? When did I become Greggy? Where was the afternoon tea held? It took place in the gardens outside of the fountain patio. It's our customary break time during the contest. It's always held at the same time. Today there were just 3 of us who took part: Jeffy, Katie, and me. Since Jeffy had already finished his creations, he was there from beginning to end. Icy and Gusty didn't join in because they hadn't finished their desserts yet. So everyone other than Mr. Dover and Mr. Gustavia participated. God. Yes, actually I hadn't finished my dessert yet either. I just wanted to try some of Jeffy's handmade pastries and Katie's fresh brewed tea. So, after I had eaten my fill, I returned before everyone else. During the contest, did you enter any of the other contestants' rooms? What are you saying? We found your fingerprints on the desserts at the crime scene. You found them? Are you admitting that you went to the scene of the murder? I admit it. But I'm not the murderer. It's the honest truth, please hear me out. The honest truth, eh? So what were you doing in Mr. Master's room? The truth is, I was studying his desserts. Studying? Because Jeffy's so talented at making sweets. Well, nobody was in his room at the time, so I decided to study his works for a bit. So dessert study. Delicia went to Mr. Master's room to study his desserts. But if you were just looking, you wouldn't have left your fingerprints behind. You see, it's natural that I left fingerprints on the desserts. For the sake of research, I ate some of his desserts. Isn't that like stealing food? It couldn't be. The one who wrecked Mr. Master's room was... I'm sorry, it wasn't my intention to vandalize the room, but... I did eat a few parts of the desserts in his room. I secretly ate little bits and pieces so Jeffy wouldn't find out. So, did you eat the ship's end as well? Yeah, see, I did. Ah. The chocolate ship broke. Because of you. I'm sorry. So, the reason she left the afternoon tea early... was to preserve her appetite. But you've got to believe me on this. I'm not the murderer. Her actions are sufficiently suspicious, but I won't press on it yet. Okay, so what about the room temp? Why is it so damn hot in here? Delicia, why is the room temperature set to 68 degrees Fahrenheit? The cold doesn't agree with me, plus it's bad for the body. This figure doesn't just maintain itself, you know. Naturally, as a lady, I want to look young forever. I wonder how old Miss Delicious really is. Raymond, a true gentleman, never asks a woman her age. This room is mainly filled with cream, and 50 degrees Fahrenheit is the recommended temperature for preserving fresh cream. What, really? No, it's all gone to waste. Looks like Miss Delicious didn't know. Knowledge was lacking. Delicia seems lacking in the basic knowledge of dessert making. I thought she was supposed to be a first-class pastry chef. The fake desserts and the rule violations, and now, her lack of basic knowledge. Looks like she keeps many secrets. Right, only thing I can do now is logic. Alrighty. So Delicia's knowledge in the art of dessert making is lacking in fundamental areas. And she claims she went into Mr. Master's room in order to study his desserts. These actions and ideas are not fitting of someone aiming to be the world's greatest pastry chef. Yeah. They don't sound like the words of a pro. It's like she doesn't even realize it. Or maybe she isn't a real pastry chef. Perhaps she had some other intention. It's possible that she didn't go into the room to study desserts, but to hide the body. So then, you say Miss Delicious is the criminal? We can't say that for sure yet. But I know she's hiding something from us. That's enough investigating. We found much more than I expected. And yet, something from before still bothers me. Prosecutor Von Karma must have found the murder weapon in this room. So then, why did he let Delicia be? Firstly, I must ascertain Von Karma's true motives. Detective Bad, I would like to ask Prosecutor Von Karma something. I've also got business with him. And Delicia there too. What's the idea, Baddie? Don't glare at me like that. It seems Detective Bad also has his doubts about Delicia and Von Karma. Delicia, would you come with us for a moment? Yesy, that's fine. What for? We have to find Von Karma. There are some things we need to talk about. Yeah. Like why you lie. Oh, it's Christmas Eve. I didn't even realise. There he is. Prosecutor Von Karma, we need to talk about the case. Tisk, tisk, tisk. From the look on your face, I assume you found the murder weapon? Yes. We discovered the murder weapon in Delicia's room. It would seem Mr. Master isn't the only suspect in this case. Bah, that's not true. Where the murder weapon was found does not change the fact that Master is the culprit. As long as I am here. Why is Von Karma so sure of himself? Well then, aren't you going to explain? Why the murder weapon was in Delicia's room? Naturally. If you wish to know, I'll tell you. Ah! We're arguing with Von Karma. About the murder weapon. In order to pin the crime on Delicia, Master used the rock salt lamp to kill the victim. He then deposited the murder weapon in Delicia's room. If he had left the murder weapon at the crime scene, Master would have been the one suspected. He couldn't move the body, but it was easy to move the murder weapon. Ergo, there would be no evidence pointing to a specific culprit at the crime scene. Oh damn. Mr. Master took the rock salt lamp. Precisely. I carried out the investigation myself. There can be no room for doubt. Do you have evidence that he moved it? That will not be necessary. What? Tisk, tisk, tisk. If you have an objection, say it. Oh, the finger snap. Do you think a mere defense attorney can break my logic? Oh dear. Alright, time to rebut. Am I okay to press? Last time we ended up going against Von Karma, if I pressed the wrong thing it resulted in a game over. Maybe the game is a bit more lenient now. Who knows? He took the rock salt lamp from Delicia's room. Exactly. In order to kill Dover, he had prepared the murder weapon beforehand. But the murder weapon was found in Delicia's room. Doesn't that place suspicion on Delicia too? I'm not finished. Master killed Dover. Right. Hold it. So the murder weapon was the rock salt lamp hidden inside the candy castle. I discovered the murder weapon when I entered the castle. Be thankful, defense attorney, that you too came by this information. Why was it necessary for you to enter the castle? Maybe he's interested in candy castles. Why you? Do you think I went in there because I wanted to? The detectives at the scene were useless, so I had to investigate myself. I wasn't in charge of the initial investigation. Detective Bad joined the investigation halfway through. A certain work ethic is required if you are to gain my trust. This is a flagrant waste of time. I'll continue. Hold up. Wouldn't the body left behind in his room also be cause for suspicion? Moreover... Okay. I have a favourite saying. I'd like to share it with you. Even dogs can wait. Wait until I finished. That's exactly what I like to say to you. I love how I'm able to just press everything. You're saying that Mr. Manston removed the murder weapon and hid the body in the chest. He believed that if he hid it inside his own work, it would not be discovered. So savoury. Don't you mean so sorry? She shows no sign of remorse. He moved the murder weapon and left the body at the scene. There's no evidence pointing to a specific culprit at the crime scene. I think you're wrong there, bud. What does this actually say? Was anything removed? I've just realised. What's missing? Yep, what's missing from Delicia's room is actually wrapped up with Dover's body. The blue cloth. Does it actually say anything about it? No, just the lid was closed. Yeah, the cloth. I'm assuming... Could I present that? I'll just present the cloth. There we go. Objection! You're wrong. It's true that the murder weapon and bloodstains disappeared from the vicinity. However, there was still one piece of incriminating evidence left behind. Have a look at this photograph, which was taken when the body was first discovered. This cloth was